Morning everybody, this is Eleanor from The Love of Stitches. This is my channel all about cross stitch and my love of stitching. This is Wednesday the 25th of January. It's also Burns night, so where Scots celebrate Rabbi Burns. But anyway, we're here for my stitching. So it's nice to see you all a week later. Firstly, can I just warn everybody, apparently there is a scam going around where people, somebody is attaching a link to comments in people's Flosstubes saying they've won something. Please be aware this is a scam and don't click on those links. I haven't had any myself, fingers crossed, on my channels, so this or the Yorkshire Dolly mixtures, but I do know there's quite a few channels out there that have had this scammer on commenting on people's comments saying that they've won something. So please be aware, do not click on any links if anybody posts a link in a comment. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? So since last week I have been working on my Christmas garden. Here we go. And if you're wondering which book it's in the book Home for the Holidays by Blackbird Designs. I'm using all the called for colours, and this is where I am now. So as you can see, I've done quite a bit of that over the last week. So I'm really impressed with my progress on that, which is really good. I'm really liking working on that. So you never know, it could be my next finish. Well, actually it won't be my next finish, the next one's going to be my next finish. So, but yeah, and if you're wondering what I'm working on, as I said, it's all the call for colours, and I'm using 40 count Dr. Smith's Tonic by Sparklies, which is no longer available, but I am on the lookout for something similar to this because I really like this fabric. So, which is good. We love a really nice Wednesday morning catch up, don't we? Millie's hiding this morning. She's actually on the windowsill watching me. It is quite a dull morning here, so I shouldn't have any problems with the sun this morning because we don't have any. And I thought I'd make myself look a bit more presentable than I did last week. When I watched back the video, I thought, oh my God, I look a right scruff. So I do apologise about that. So that's Home for the Holidays. I'm going to get back to that, not tonight, because I have this next thing to finish tonight. So, as you know, I wanted to do some smalls, and mainly around Easter because I've got a smalls exchange coming up. Now, this will not be going in the exchange because I've been doing it in hand to try and make the most of the fabric, and the stitches are as neat as I would like them to be. So, but I have started, it's a freebie from Whilst Iris Snaps, and it's this one. Three little bunnies. I thought maybe doing their little tushes, like tush, with a button, or even a bit of whisper thread. just to make them stand out a little bit more. I don't know. I've still got that to work out. But I did the whole of the border yesterday. There we go. And as I said, it's all in hand because I wanted to make the most of the fabric. Now this fabric is a mystery fabric, and I do know it's from Sparklies, and I've got a feeling it might be called Capricorn. I don't know, but as you can see, it's quite a large piece. It's a fat quarter, but I've started it there. So there we go. So tonight, fingers crossed, I can get the bunnies done, and then it just needs to be made into a small pin pillow. Quite enjoyed doing that last night. Again, I'm not happy with the laying of the stitches, but I'm not used to working in hand. I'm used to using a frame or a Q-snap. And I use the sewing method. But if I was to do it again, I would probably do it in a Q-snap so I can get those stitches looking neater. But does anybody else find themselves really critical about their own stitching? You know, everybody says, "Oh, you lovely stitching. It's so neat." But I don't think it is. But I have a habit of putting myself down anyway, so. But, oh. So I'm going to finish that tonight while we're talking on our bi-weekly chats. Now, last week we went through a few of the charts that I'd like to do, and I asked you all to pick which ones I should do next. There was a choice of 2. So I'm going to kit them both up so I can work on both of them. And we have the Smith sampler. And I'm going to do it in DMC. And I should be able to use a fat quarter for that. So I just need to pick out of my stash the fabric I want to use, and I should have all the DMC already in my stash, which is good. So I'm quite pleased. I will get that sort of like kitted up. And then the other one was, and again, I'm going to kit this up, and I should have some fabric in my stash. And it's Janet Barr Slater 1853 from Greenock. Again, I'm going to use the called for DMC. Oh. I think DMC is as good as anything. So the only reason why I've not used it on the cottage garden sampler, the Christmas garden sampler, is because there's only 4 colours and you need that variation. So I'm gonna kit those up and then start them at some point. So next week they may be already kitted up for you. I may even start one, but I do need to get on with this challenge, don't I? Instead of starting stuff. But anyway, there we go. So last week when we were talking, I said that I would show you some of the stuff that I've got kitted up. There aren't as many as I thought, unless I've got some where I don't know where they are. Never know. So start with, I've got a couple of Whilst Iris Naps designs, and this is fully kitted. I'm going to be using Dr. Smith's tonic. Just some. I'm just thinking. We'll see. We'll see. So it's Amelia Ellis, 1874. There we go. And I do have all the called for weeks dye works in there. There we go. So I'm reading the back. So I do apologise if I suddenly went really quiet. Then the next one, and I've got the fabric for this, and I do believe I do have all the weeks dye works for it. They're all in there. And I'm going to be using Morel, which is another sparklers that you can't get anymore. And this one is Anne Logan, and she's a Scottish girl. There we go. So she's all sorted, ready to go. And these two are fairly small. They're not huge. They're not like Matilda. I'm just thinking if I can get them on one piece of fabric. Then I can use that Dr. Smith's tonic for the Smith sampler. Ooh. You never know. So that's those two. Then another couple that I've got already waiting to go. I've got Winter at Rose Manor. There we go. You've all seen this. There's quite a few people doing it. And I'm going to be using, it is a Xjude Designs 40 count grey sand. So a nice piece of .40 count there. I've already got everything listed thread wise, but I am going to be changing one of the threads because it calls for roasted marshmallow for the sand, and I'm sorry, but that's too yellow. And I don't know about you, but when you think of yellow sand, I'll just leave that one there. So I'm gonna swap that out, and I might use B, is it 5200, so the off-white in DMC. But I do have everything else to go with it. So that's that one. And it's in a lovely Rendale bag from B Crafty Bags on Facebook. And I've got a Plum Street that's all kitted and ready to go. So it's Sweetheart Hill, blah, blah, blah. So what we got? I'm not sure what for. Parchment. Actually, you know that parchment? Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Anyway, so I've got parchment. Again, it's a sparklies fabric. I'm not sure if you can get parchment because of the dye issues that she's had. And I've got all the called for threads. There we go. So that's all ready, waiting to go. I even started writing my little cards out, so I can, I know what I'm talking about then, don't I? Sorry, my frog in my throat. What else have we got? So I've got Eliza Scattergood, which is Plum Street. And I have the DMC threads and a piece of Under the Sea fabrics that I picked up from a D-stash table. And it's 40 count. So I'm going to use that. Make sure look nice on that. As I said, I've got all the DMC. And that's Plum Street. Then I've got Mary Spencer, 1779. It's an old Northumberland sampler house. I haven't got the fabric for it, but I do have it kitted up. Maybe you can see that or not. Get it out of the packaging. Threads. And it only calls for 3 colours, which is good. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Yeah, so the threads, it just calls for DMC, and it's just those 3 colours. Oops. 3 colours. So I need to find some fabric for it to go on. But I don't think it will take that long to do. So on 28 count, it's 8 inch by 21.5 inch. So it's narrow, but if I do it on 40 count like I normally do, it will be a little bit smaller. So you can see it's a bit of a close up of it. Stick that back in there, and then I don't lose it. There we go. And another one that I've started kitting up, and you know I really want to do this because I'm going to change the name of it, which is Blackbird Designs Eleanor Rigby. So it has to be changed. Obviously I'm going to keep the Eleanor because that is my name, and I'm going to put my surname there instead. And the fabric I have got is, it looks like a morel. I haven't written it down. Ah, it is because it has the blackbird little thing that I did on it. So I'm going to use the rest of the fabric for Eleanor Rigby. And that won't be a long stitch to do. I reckon I could get that done in a week. I really do. What am I waiting for? I like. So I could class that as a small, couldn't I? Because it's not big. Let's have a look. 91 by 90. It's small. I could even make it into a cushion. So, come on, Mrs. Kerr, sort yourself out. Can I thank you all for all your comments, some lovely comments, all your likes, subscribers. I'm shocked that it's taken off as well as it has. I've had comments from my favourite Flosstubers. I even had a comment from the lovely Jean at the Attic Needlework, which I went, oh! But hey, thank you. I really am humbled. Really am humbled. So, so if you've not liked, you've not subscribed, please do. You know, I might not be as good as some people, but I'm trying. I really am trying. And if you've not checked out, please check out my other channel where I'm with the lovely Ali, and it's the Yorkshire Dolly Mixtures. I'd also like to give a shout out to Stitchy Sally. She's another fabulous floss tuber. So if you've not seen her, check her out. Nikki Noodles. I just love Nikki Noodles. She's in Australia and she's fantastic. As well as Brenda and Laura and Saltbox Stitcher, the Attic Needleworks. There's lots out there. Nicole's Needleworks, the Contented Stitcher Kim, 911 Stitcher. There's loads. So give them a watch and a bit of love if you've not seen them. So I'm gonna have to go now because guess what? It's Wednesday morning. I've got work. Thankfully, I'm only going upstairs, and I'm being stared at now by the cat as if to say, come on, Mum, you need to finish. So have a fantastic week. I will be at the Red Lion on Saturday, and on Sunday we will be filming the Yorkshire Dolly Mixtures, and fingers crossed I will see you all next Wednesday with another WIP update. Okay, have a fantastic week. Love you all. Bye for now.